In an ancient time, when a terrible evil threatens the land, only one man can save the world.
Say what? Get out of here.
What? What's the meaning of this?
Oh, we'll just take off that broken record.
I say.
Here, hold my earrings while I take this monster down. I've got your back, darling. We just might burn down this town. Oh no, oh yeah. When you're up against a challenge and you need a helping hand, we've got an arsenal of fireballs, steel stilettos, and a cat. Oh yeah.
Hi, and welcome to Here Hold My Earrings. My name's Al, and I'm your DM today. With me are Henrietta, Yvonne, Laura, Daria, Sophie, and Ida. Henrietta.
Hi, I'm Henriette. I'm from Norway, and I play Miali, a moon elf wizard.
Yvonne.
Hi, I'm Yvonne from Canada, and I play Cracker, a half-orc barbarian.
Laura.
Hi, I'm Laura from Germany, and I play Violet, a tiefling wizard.
Daria.
Hi, I'm Daria. I'm from Poland, and I play a tiefling sorcerer named Zenis.
Sophie.
Hi, I'm Sophie. I'm from Wales, and I play a human wizard named Charlotte.
And Ida.
Hi, I'm Ida. I'm from Sweden, and I play Lilith, a wood elf cleric.
Excellent. All right. Henrietta.
Yes. Last time we just finished a battle in Leylon. The zombie giant is still on the loose, but its controller is dead, but it's still dangerous. So we keep a lookout. We decide to leave Leylon so the soldiers don't come there to look for Charlotte. And of course, Blemish, he ran off because Charlotte yelled at him and said some mean things. And he had Galio with him. Violet uses thaumaturgy. Jesus, that was hard to say. To call for him. Is there an echo? I hear an echo.
There was a second ago.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna continue. Violet uses thaumaturgy to call for him. He answers from some bushes. And he will only come back if Charlotte apologizes for saying those mean things. And Charlotte does. She's not happy about it, but she does, and he comes back. And as always, Blemish is hungry, and Cracker tries to give him a good berry, but that doesn't sate him, so Lilith has to make some more for him. We decide to head back to the soldier camp, and we borrow a horse and cart to get there quicker. We get to the camp, and they are ready to attack Leylon, and Charlotte asks them to wait. And after some back and forth with her chamber maidens, she decides what to say. Zenis tries to convince them also that the demons are regularly coming out of a portal in the city, in a wizard tower, and they attack everyone they see. And then it leaves the town, and it's not worth the risk of the soldiers to go there. The captain agrees to go around the town and says that there is an abandoned lighthouse where we can communicate with the ships. We set up a tiny hut where we can discuss a little bit what we are going to do. After a lot of back and forth, we decide that we are going with the soldier to Neverwinter and not the ships. Charlotte is going to marry Cassandra, and then we are going to kill him and blame it on the Zentrim. Hopefully, the soldiers will now follow Charlotte's command. And when we win over Neverwinter, Charlotte will transfer her power to Lord Neverember because she's going off to save the world. We take a long rest and chase some spells and learn some new words and yada yada yada. When we wake, we are ready to head to Neverwinter. Zenis sends a message to Neverember to ask if he has an assassin that can kill Cassandra after Charlotte's wedding, and he responds, Charlotte marrying Cassandra? Congratulations! Thieves Guild in Neverwinter, but no Assassin's Guild. We'll ask for help. We'll meet you on the road. So we head out. When we have marched a bit, a scout comes out and tells us there is a giant up ahead, probably our giant. And that and at that moment, two large bird-like creature appears and lands a bit in front of us with Cassandra and another dude on their back. We try to recognize the bird, but nobody does except Byleth, who sees that that is a hippogriff. Suddenly, the zombie giant comes out of the trees and combat begins. We hit it with a lot of magic and awesome crossbow bolt from Charlotte and axes. Cassandra takes off on his hippogriff and just circles above while his beloved is in mortal danger. That coward. Byleth casts a chromatic orb that sets the giant on fire, so Blemish won't help us. And then the giant throws Cracker, and she hits one of the hippogriffs and kills it and its rider. And too bad it wasn't Cassandra, but that's another story. We hit the giant some more, and then he throws a huge rock and kills and injures a half a dozen of the soldiers. Then we kill the giant, and Captain Forsyth tries to blame us for the death of and injuries of the soldiers, but we won't hear it. That we say that it's his fault. And Cassandra lands and suggests that we all should take a rest and catch up. And that's where we ended.
Very good. Excellent. Well done. Anybody else have anything they want to add? Okay. Yes, so the plan, as I understood it, was that you were going to attempt to kill Cassandra after marrying him to one of your party, aka the honey trap pimp out, and then usurp his power.
Although I wouldn't go with that name.
Which name?
The honey trap pimp out.
Feel free to come up with your own. It's your plan. As long as you guys stick with the plan, hopefully, that would be. Because I think Ida was having some second thoughts about it.
Oh, I'm fine. Let's do this.
We
wish
are waiting
Cracker
for
had-
an assassin, right?
Well, we are
Hopefully.
waiting for Never Ember or one of his messengers, I guess, to meet us on the road. But I wish Cracker had a little bit better aim, or the giant had a better aim, so that he
Yeah.
had hit Cassandra instead of his bodyguard.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
That
all
would-
our problems would have been solved.
Yeah.
Well, no, because you haven't consummated the marriage yet, so
Oh, true.
there's no reason why they would necessarily accede to your authority. Your authority up until now has been temporary and borrowed.
Yeah, but would they even attack Neverwinter? Then at least we had solved that problem.
That's true, but then you still have the problem of dealing with the Zentrum.
Yeah, but taking out some leaders, that's no problem, is it? You're awesome.
Well, maybe you could try to marry Lord Vidar and kill him instead.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not doing that one. Someone else is going to have to do that.
I feel like Henrietta just volunteered herself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, technically Henrietta's already gone to the dark side, so why not?
Sure.
The commander comes up and says to Lord Kazandar, whilst you two are still in your most precious embrace, my lord, sorry to disturb you, but there is the matter of all the dead and wounded. We are in an exposed position on the road, and I would like to humbly suggest that we do something about all this before the men in the back get a little bit more upset about it. There's already grumbling amongst the non-coms that these deaths were completely avoidable if we had simply debarked from the road, taken cover in the woods, whilst your fiancée and her entourage dealt with the giant. Yes, It does seem like that was a mistake. Tactically, we should not have taken that risk. Plus, perhaps my good friend would not be dead now. What do you suggest, Commander? Well, it'd probably go some way to assuage all of the grievances if we stopped and gave the men a proper burial. But unfortunately, the baggage train is far ahead, and we don't have any clerics in our group. I see, yes. And unfortunately again, my companion was going to officiate the wedding. Perhaps one of your friends could do it.
Yes. In fact, one of my handmaidens is a cleric.
Ah.
Lilith.
Eh,
Oh, Lilith.
Did you just snap your fingers?
Yes. Come here, dear.
yes, my lady.
Sophia is like 2 million pounds away from becoming a real pain in the neck in real life. She was born for this part. You definitely were born for this part.
Two things, dear. First, I need you to help bury all the dead and see to the wounded. And two, I need you to be a dear and officiate our wedding.
You want me to official your wedding?
Yes. The other priest is dead, so now it falls to you. And I'll poke her on the nose. Get to it.
I feel like there's going to be a double assassination. First, they're going to kill Kazander, and then they're going to kill Charlotte.
Oh,
Hmm. Let's bury some men.
there we
I'll
go,
get
my
it.
dear. All sorted.
Thank you very much, my darling. Commander, would you see to it and have some of the men take some of the items off of the hippogriff that died, and we shall set up the tents in the field. You can bury the men where you feel it is respectful, but preferably not in line of sight of the tents. We shall have the wedding here, just to get things going, as they say. All right. I'll see to it. And he starts barking some orders, and the men start scattering. Over the next course of the next few hours, a number of graves are dug. The bodies are handled gingerly and respectfully. Coins. I'm not dead yet. Wait a minute. I'm not dead yet. Oh, sorry.
Can we use this as a short rest, possibly?
Yes, you can use it as a short rest for sure. There's quite a lot of bodies, actually. These are just representative. By the time they're done digging all the graves, there's actually a few too many graves, you realize. Well, I suppose you can never have too many graves. Funny thing about graves, eventually they always get filled.
Quite right you are, my dear.
Ah, I like the sound of that. You are a cleric of which god? Let me look at my notes.
I'll make wide eyes at Lilith.
Just let me have a look at the graves one more.
You're gonna have to start adding that to your introduction, just so you don't forget.
Are we all
This never-
taking a... Sorry.
This never would have happened with Delin. Yes, you guys can all take a short rest, including Lilith, while she's trying to figure out which god it is that she actually prays to every morning for her magical powers.
I'm sure she knows. It's just whether she wants to say that or something else.
I'm not so sure she knows.
Surely she knows.
I think genuinely somebody's looking up notes.
But it's not that name I'm looking for.
Oh, a fake one.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Just don't say Gransley.
Oh, that's my new one.
Lolf.
Yeah, please stay low.
In the meantime, why don't we set up the wedding tents over there on the left side of the road, away from the graves, and prepare the celebratory feast. Wow. Sorry about that, Daria.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Literally got the average. Well done. Now, darling, you know you are beautiful. You know I think you are beautiful, but you cannot be married dressed like this. You look like a peasant. Well, not now, of course, you're wearing the beautiful dress, but look at it. It has blood stains, mud stains. We need something new for you.
I couldn't agree more.
I know that there is somebody on the road. I saw them. They were coming at a very fast pace, but riding a ridiculously fat donkey. They were covered with silk bolts. We took a good look. You know, I am a merchant after all. Send a rider. See if he is perhaps somebody who could do something. And a rider goes galloping off down the road towards Neverwinter. So, my dear, are you ready to say the final words over the graves of these brave men who died so foolishly and unnecessarily? To lay their spirits to rest. We would not want a bad omen over our most propitious and wonderful ceremony.
Oh, quite right you are. What words did you have to say?
Well, whatever is appropriate, but I leave that to the religious people. But make sure that you use the actual ceremony spell when wedding the two of us. It must be a true official ceremony, which will mean that you will actually be wed and you will get some bonuses as a result. Do you have the spell ceremony? You should have it.
I don't think I have. I do have it, but I haven't. I didn't have it.
Isn't it a ritual?
No.
No.
It is a ritual.
Oh,
I think it's a ritual.
yeah. Yeah, maybe it is.
But you do need to prepare it
Yeah, I need to
as a
prepare.
cleric.
Yeah.
Oh.
But you can do it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys will take essentially a long rest after this battle. And for anybody who used their hit dice, you don't need to use your hit dice. You can claim them back. In the meantime, a donkey pulls up, and on it is a little fat gnome that you all recognize. Hello. I heard somebody was getting married, so I came to make a new dress. How come it's you again? No? No response? Cracker? You don't remember me.
Oh, yeah. Hey, that's right. And I just slap him on the back non-lethally.
Easy. Be careful, I'm very delicate. So who's getting married?
The fancy lady over there.
Ah, yes. How about the rest of you?
I'm not getting married.
No, thank you.
Almost a little too fast for that one.
Yeah.
Oh, Too bad. I can make a nice dress for all of you. Matching gowns.
Well, now that you mention it, they will be my bridesmaids, so they will all need matching dresses.
Oh
long.
boy.
I gotta be able to run. You know. Keep the sleeves short.
Let me see. I don't know if I have that much silk. Okay, let's see. Well, I can make a dress for you in the time it takes by tomorrow. I don't know if I can make that many dresses by tomorrow morning. Focus on my bride. She's the most important. The rest, if you have time, otherwise, I'm sure they'll be happy with what they're wearing. The rest of the party, and he gestures towards the army behind him, will be coming as they are. So we have to make some allowances for practicalities, of course.
Very well.
They set up a tent in the field, and it looks very much like the nuptials tent that you saw earlier, but it's a little bit bigger than that. It's big enough to house at least 30 people all at the same time, if you're having essentially a little feast. But there's food for everybody. They break out special rations. They also drag the hippogriff. I don't suppose your warrior can help move the hippogriff. It is very heavy.
Oh yeah, sure.
As you get close to it, you realize this thing is not only a magnificent beast in its own right, but it's also bedecked in jewels. There's like a silver chain around its neck that has some of the largest obsidian stones you've ever seen. It's got a very, very delicate harness and bridle, and the bridle itself seems to be covered in crystals. They're all semi-precious stones, not diamonds or anything, but it's still obviously just the sheer weight of it makes it look very valuable.
Okay.
How do you want to try to move it?
Do I have help?
If you want help, you can have it.
Yeah.
They're assuming you're strong enough.
Am I? I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe.
I'm gonna ask him if he wants the jewels and everything removed before we do anything with the body of the hippogriff.
Yes. We should probably take it. You know, technically, this is a very valuable piece of meat for the alchemists. They like to make potions out of these kinds of things. And apparently there's a very famous chef in Neverwinter. He has other restaurants, but the main one is there. And he'll cook anything you bring him. Exotic animals and creatures and monsters and beasties. But I think if I cut it up here, the mate would not be very happy. What do you think?
Oh, you're probably right. We should probably move it out of eyesight.
Oh,
Away
and then
from
cut it up?
Yeah, and then maybe cut it up.
Oh. I like the way you think. Try to be efficient, but also respectful.
Heading over to Cessna's anyway, so I can take her the meat.
Yes.
Or take him the meat, sorry. Yep.
Cessna's, that's the name. Yes. Well, what do you think we should cut up? What is worth saving?
Probably the breast meat.
The breast meat. Yes, of
Yeah.
course. Like a very large duck, basically. All right. I leave it to you. If you need some help, simply recruit some of the men.
All right. I just recruit. I go down there and ask for volunteers. Awesome.
You got a little detail of 4 men.
And I think we should probably take it over here into this copse of woods.
They just follow your lead.
All right.
Give
Do
you
you
a
want me
little
to do a
salute.
strength check?
Yeah. Why don't you do a group strength check?
Do you want me to just do a D20?
Sure.
Okay.
What's your bonus? Oh,
9.
well, you
Bonus is
managed.
3.
So I'm going to spread your bonus around to everybody else. You managed to drag it. It's a lot of work. It's harder than it looks. Oh, Mealy, hello.
Hello. I want some feathers.
Just sort of
Be subtle.
Sneaking up behind.
just slouching around the outside there.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Lucky.
helping.
You're welcome.
If only she was a druid and she had the move earth spell again. Yeah. So go ahead, and if you're going to try to cut it up, let's have survival checks, either of you. If you're going to try to take any feathers or anything else, feathers you can take easily, but if it's anything more complicated than that.
Just want feathers.
Ooh, yeah. Well, you managed to carve out 2 chunks of breast meat that are huge. I mean, this is a large animal, obviously, so it's basically like a haunch, each of them.
I jam them in the bag of holding. They'll stay nice and cool in there.
Okay. Anything else?
Can I butcher the legs? Like the chunky drumsticks?
Sure.
Do you need another check?
Yeah, let's do another check. How many?
Oh, crap. No.
Well, of course, you're going to get something, but it's just not very clean. And you make a huge mess. There's blood everywhere. All of you get blood on you.
Sorry about that.
Mealy, how many feathers are you taking specifically? Are you taking anything else?
Well, just feathers. I'm thinking I'm gonna take about 20 wing
Okay.
feathers.
Okay. Just mark that clearly, please.
Mhm.
All right. So the drumsticks, you've got 2 giant drumsticks.
We're
Now
gonna
what?
use can we use that for the feast?
Sure.
All right.
I mean,
That's
why
my
not?
contribution.
You brought the food.
I brought the bird down. Let's go.
Yeah. All right. Well, they all walk back with the drumsticks. What are you going to do with the carcass then? Just leave it there?
Probably bury it.
Okay.
That's a lot of shoveling.
That's
I'm
a lot of
gonna
shoveling.
I'm gonna call for Lilith. Oh, Lilith.
Yes.
Don't you have some kind of spell to help us dig a hole?
I do. I'm preparing a wedding here, apparently.
This will only take you a minute or something.
I'm just gonna be very annoyed and cast the mold earth.
Oh, well done. Yeah. And as you finish casting it, all of the men who watched you, they kind of realized that somebody could have just dug all of these in like a minute. And meanwhile, they're all covered in dirt, sweaty, exhausted. There's some grumbling. Why didn't somebody just fucking say something earlier?
I'm just gonna walk away. All right. Gonna say any specific words there?
The hippogriff?
Yeah. Or the bodies, the human bodies.
Bless them.
Do you have a spell?
Not prepared yet, right?
Yeah, you don't have it yet. But I
Can't
mean,
do
you
it
could,
until tomorrow.
you could do something.
Can walk past the graves and like cast mold earth and hope and put some flowers on the graves and say, "Let Lord Lathander be with you." Lord. He's not the Lord.
So you're gonna invoke Lathander's name?
Yes, I'm gonna say, "Let the light of Lathander guide you."
Okay.
Beautiful words.
Hmm.
Go ahead and roll a what is that? Deception? Religion?
She should
Religion,
have
maybe.
advantage because she has the mace.
Is she using the mace?
Well, if she has it, more people will believe her that she is a clerical Lathander.
Yes, but is she using the mace?
I'm not holding the mace now. I wish I was.
I mean, surely it's like on her side or something in the where do you even store a mace? Like in a holster or something on in your belt? Surely it's just like dangling there on her hip.
I don't know if it's. I don't know about that. And don't call me Shirley.
I should
It's
know
a
that.
reference to an old movie.
How old we talking?
Old.
Okay, take it easy there.
I'm pretty
Take
sure
it
you have it
easy.
on you, right?
I do have it
Lilith?
on me.
Yep. Okay. Let's just check in the bag of holding.
No, I have it on me. I did the.
I mean, if
last check.
somebody's giving you that suggestion and you want to listen to it, that's perfectly acceptable.
Yeah. No, I have it on. I
I'm
have
doing it my way.
Yeah, no, I have it on me, and I'm like, I should have taken it out. But I mean, I didn't do that from the beginning, but I should have.
Well, are you taking it out or not?
Yeah, I'm taking it out,
Okay.
holding it in my hand.
All right. So as you take it out, you anything else?
I'm gonna uh, make it glow. Well,
Ooh. Yeah, that definitely should give you some advantage. I agree with that.
and I could do a religion check.
Okay. Yeah, have advantage with that.
So 18.
Yes. Some of the soldiers who stand around watching the performance, the ritual, I suppose, they all take their caps off or their hats off. They bow their heads. A few of them go. One of them says, "Is that how it goes?" Shh. And then some of them actually follow along and say whatever it is you say. May Lathander guide you. That doesn't sound right. Shh. And with that, the bodies are laid to rest. A couple of them, as they walk past you, they tip their heads. Thank you. Thank you.
I'm just gonna nod at them.
One of them offers you a copper coin.
Gonna take it.
Okay. That was very good. I think everybody is pleased. Or, well, not pleased exactly, but you know what I meant. Shall we retire for the night? I think there's some preparations for the morning, and we shall have the ceremony as soon as everybody is ready to go, and then we can head off to Neverwinter.
That sounds like an excellent idea, my love.
Excellent. Yes, I'm glad that we are in agreement. It is always better when a marriage is harmonious.
I couldn't agree more. Well, ta-ta for now.
Yes. Ta-ta.
I'll blow him kisses and walk away. To my tent.
He pretends to catch them and then puts them to his chest. Some of the men standing nearby just kind of roll their eyes. What? She sent me a kiss. It would be rude not to take it. Somebody muttered, simp. But of course doesn't say it to his face. The tents are set up. It's the same ones you've had before. Serviceable. It's a military encampment. This is not a joyride. The bustling of the rest of the evening goes pretty much as you would expect. There is a little extra cooking going on because the people are preparing for a bit of a feast. It's still a relatively serviceable feast. But as you drag in the two gigantic drumsticks, it takes literally seconds before everybody figures out what happened. Most of the men don't seem to have any problem with it. One of the men comes up and says, "What are you doing?"
Oh, am I in the cooking tent? Oh. Getting ready for the feast.
"You butchered the hippogriff and then brought back part of the meat for the party?
Isn't that what I was supposed to do?
I don't know whose idea that was, but those things mate for life."
All right.
And at that moment, you see the hippogriff, which has been sort of tied up and to a tree, start bucking wildly and starts clawing at anybody nearby. And eventually, it claws its way out of the rope harness, and it starts flying toward you.
I quickly make them disappear to the bag of holding.
Where are you? Where are you? Where'd you go? I'm going to put you over there.
Oh, damn it.
Mealy, by virtue of her,
Feather collecting.
yes, and the fact that you all are covered in the blood of
Oh, damn.
this thing, you're all guilty by association. Roll for
Okay.
initiative.
Oh,
I
damn
was
it.
going to make her a necklace of the feathers that she could carry with her.
Oh,
Tell her that. Tell her quick.
that's a good idea.
I was going to be nice.
Oh, damn it.
Let's see.
Wish you'd told the DM earlier.
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah. Well, look at it this way. Now you can have twice as many drumsticks. There'll be less fighting over drumsticks. All right. Laura, would you like to roll the initiative for our grieving feathered friend?
Mhm. Yes.
She said with glee.
15.
Okay. We'll call that a 16. Anybody else want to get involved in this? All right. It's going to be the two of you versus one. And
What are the
someone,
soldiers doing?
well, they're all trying to get out of the way. They don't want to get involved in this.
Oh, they're so useless.
Yes, yeah, such cowards.
I'll be having words with my husband.
Useless and
He-
stupid. Okay.
He starts shouting, "Don't hurt it. It is the last one. They're very expensive. I had to get that from Schult and I raised it. Well, I didn't really raise it. He did." And he points at the one who was warning you about it. Okay, Cracker, you're up first.
Okay, I'm going to I'm gonna try some animal handling.
Yes. Now,
And
technically, it is a monstrosity,
yeah.
but we'll see if we'll pretend it's got some kind of animal type instincts.
Okay. Do I have advantage on this?
I'd say you have disadvantage because you've never dealt with a hippogriff before,
Okay.
and I wouldn't have thought of it until you asked me about whether or
Damn
not
it!
you had advantage.
Shut up, Yvonne. Yeah, okay.
But do I see what's going on? So maybe I could use my portent.
You guys can all see it. I mean, the hippogriff's flying at a massive speed and it's screeching angrily. The rest of the party came back with like two gigantic Flintstone style drumsticks on their
Okay.
shoulders,
Okay,
blood dripping everywhere.
Then I'd use
Hang
my
on one second.
portent.
You're using your portent to do what?
To replace the animal handling role.
Oh,
I want the peaceful. Well, I really want the preservance of the hippogriff. So I'm gonna give you my 20.
Nice, thanks.
wow.
You're welcome.
Okay. So it's disadvantage. Oh, yeah, right. But we talked about this last time. I can hear it already. Okay, so yes, you roll the highest possible roll, which, as we know, is not necessarily a success when it comes to skill checks.
Except for in this
Um,
case.
No,
Right?
not except for in
It's a
this
special
case.
case.
It's not a special case. This is the same case as always. So what do you think the best possible outcome could be for somebody who's trying to calm somebody down after they had just found out that not only were you guys indirectly responsible for the death of its beloved mate, but also butchered it for the purposes of eating it?
The hippogriff cries uncontrollably.
hmm
And we
Uh,
soothe it. There. Good.
and it
God.
tries to bite Cracker.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Go ahead and roll Daria with its beak. Okay, that's an 18, so that's going to hit.
Do I know
Um,
anything about hippogriffs?
No, you guys all
Never
rolled
met one before?
horribly. No, why would you know anything about a hippogriff? It's a
Right.
very regal beast. It's rare and it's regal, and you are common as muck. And only one of you knew anything about hippogriffs at all, and it wasn't Cracker. So that's going to be 8 points of piercing damage from the beak. You cannot halve that since you were not raging.
Yep.
And the second attack is going to use its claw, but it's going to try to grapple one of the legs from you. So you can try to resist it, or you can just let it do it.
No, I'm just gonna let it do it.
Okay.
Yep.
So it's going to grab one of the legs, and at that point, it'll fly off and screeching sadly and angrily the whole time. Is there a broken heart? Ah, yeah, there is. There we go.
Aw.
Aw.
No, the gemstones.
Aw.
Sophie's like, no, the gems.
Does it fly far away or does it
It keeps
disappear? Kind of.
it keeps flying. You don't see it anymore. No, it lands in the field and starts eating.
Yeah.
What kind of a beast do you take me for? Cassandra says, "No, now we have no hippogriffs. This is turning into a very expensive wedding." The rest of the soldiers come back. What do you want us to do with this leg? And they drop it at your feet.
So the hippogriff is gone, like never coming back, gone?
Well, you don't know about never, but it's keeps going until it disappears into the horizon.
It might come back, right? I look at the guy who trained it.
He just looks at you like you're a moron.
So it's not coming back? That thing's never coming back?
Well, I mean, you just carved up its mate, and you were obviously going to eat it. You're covered in the mate's blood. If it comes back, it's going to come back and try to rip your face off.
Wow, we better store this then. So I grab the drumstick and shove it in the bag of holding with the breast meat.
Well, I suppose we can always give it to Susna, but it would have been nice to have tried the drumstick. One for a king, which hopefully one day I shall be.
Yeah, just safer this way. You don't want to get caught out eating that. What if it comes back?
No, that's true. We have probably disrespected it already. I did not think you were going to carve it up and bring it back like this, but one learns a lesson, as we say. Very good. Well, we still have plenty of food left for the wedding. Most of it will be grains and breads and fruit, some dried jerky, but yeah, it's all right. The life of a merchant is not always glamorous. Sometimes we have to make sacrifices. The important thing is that we're married and we march on Neverwinter in the morning. Yes, very good. All right then. Is there anything else we need to do?
Just have a good sleep.
I will not be able to sleep. I am too excited and filled with emotion. This is a big day for me. I have not been married for many years.
Well, then, isn't this your stag night? Shouldn't we get drinking?
I feel like it would be disrespectful to my wife if I were to not be able to perform my husbandly duties tomorrow.
Ah, you'd be fine. I'll go talk to her.
No, I feel like it's probably best if I am keep my wits about me. Besides, we will also need to march on the city and begin the siege works. There will be time for preparations, partying, and celebrations after we have taken Neverwinter. Is there anything else anybody needs to prepare?
Nope, just a good rest.
Well, I don't want to prepare anything, but I want to ask if I can have one of the gems from the harness for the other hippogriff.
Sure. I think I
And
still have them, right?
I want to make kind of an amulet for if the other hippogriff returns.
Oh. You can take the druid out of the character, but you can't take the character out of the druid. All right, good enough. Let's see, what is that? Some sort of crafting.
Yeah. And that's kind of my background.
Okay. Survival?
Sure.
Or if you've got a better one?
Let's see. Survival is fine. And I want this to be a good one, so I am going to use my inspiration.
You guys are blowing all these great rolls on stuff.
18.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I mean, it's a beautiful piece of jewelry, memento. I don't know.
Something.
I guess. I mean, I'm not sure. I'm not sure exactly what you're making, so I'm having a hard time
Kind of
describing it.
necklace amulet that you can have around the hippogriff's neck, that it can, with this feather and one of the amulets from the harness.
Oh, I see. I see. Okay. So you're basically repurposing the harness.
Mhm.
Okay.
Just one feather or all 20?
No, 3 of the feathers.
Mm.
Right.
That sounds pretty.
Okay. Very good. Yeah, you have a very nice piece. Excuse me. Okay. You guys set up your night. Anybody else got any other plans?
I'd like to do some things.
Oh.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, the usual.
Oh, right.
Um,
Wah.
sorry.
Got me all excited there.
Uh,
It's like, ooh, what you got planned? What you gonna do?
No, I just want to change out Animate Dead for Fly.
Animate Dead for
Yeah.
Fly. Okay.
And roll my portent.
Okay.
Ooh,
And
nice.
a 9. Very nice.
You with the 20s already.
Well. And then I want to learn the word evil.
Okay.
I don't have that yet.
Så.
What is it?
Så.
So. Huh. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much, Daria. Okay, so you've managed to get quite a lot done. Your party is resting up. Meanwhile, Euripides is measuring everybody out. I'm working as fast as I can. As the DM literally is working as fast as he can.
Do we want to
Ah.
message dude to find out where he is?
We can.
Never remember.
Yeah.
I'm gonna switch out my spells.
Okay.
I'm not gonna have calm emotions anymore.
Yeah, that thing sucks.
And have ceremony instead.
Have what?
Ceremony.
Ceremony, right? Yes.
Yeah.
Well, you're going to need that for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
And I'm gonna cast my good berries. spell.
Okay.
Get
Wait,
some
ceremony
things.
has an hour casting time? Wow.
Well,
It's
I
like
mean,
being in church.
it's a wedding.
Yeah.
Yes, it has an hour casting time because all of these are actual ceremonies.
Okay.
Hence the name.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So are you guys going to contact anybody? Was it November you were going to contact?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Sending and something like that.
What? Can you read it out?
Hey, Lord November, we would like to ask you, where are you? We already met with Cassander, and there will be a wedding tomorrow.
You didn't write Cassandra, you wrote Kazan Nerd.
Oh, give me a break.
I
My God.
I thought it was on purpose.
So nerd.
Here you go.
I don't know if it's Daria or Zanice who's really getting frustrated, but it's definitely good acting if it is.
He hears it. He don't read it. Doesn't matter how it's spelled. And you don't hear the message.
Now, children, let's not fight. Might want to tone it down a little, Sophie.
Okay, sorry.
Okay. Well, yes. He's going to respond. Because I'm hurt. Gotta count these were now. Yeah, too many. I think that's probably close. 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. There we go. Feel free to read that out.
Assassin and root strike after wedding. We need you to assist. If caught secret, not guaranteed. As was last minute hire via intermediary. Shit.
Of course, you could always just kill the assassin.
Yeah. Now that sounds like a plan.
Killing the assassin? Wow,
Yep.
you guys are getting really, really vicious. Man, I don't know what's going on with you guys. Why can't we be good? Just killing everybody left and right. Why
Well, if he
we
can't
be
get
good?
away, and it's obvious he can't get away, I'm going to have to do something.
Well,
You know.
that's probably true, actually, now that I think about it. Okay. Why don't we take our 10-minute break now while I finish this up?
Okay.
Okie dokie.
All right, coffee time. Bye.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, we hope you're enjoying this episode, and if so, please like and subscribe. And remember, the next time your DM says, roll initiative, yell back,
Here,
Here, hold my earrings.
Here, my earrings.
This is good. I think we only need this take.
Okay. Euripides walks into your tent early in the morning. He looks exhausted, worn out, haggard, just like your poor DM. Fucking Sophie wants dresses for every goddamn person.
Only the best, Princess Charlotte.
Okay, who wants to go first? I have these very nice dresses. I hope everybody likes peach, and if not, tough luck. How about you, Byleth?
Okay, I can go first. I'm so nervous. Oh my god.
Aww.
Aw, she looks so pretty.
Oh my god. Now I'm ready to watch Charlotte get married. It's perfect. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I could have done a bit better, but I didn't have enough time.
No, it is great just as it is.
Zenice,
Thank you, Euripides. It's very beautiful. And in Charlotte's mind, I'm gonna say, I'm going to kill you.
not until after the wedding. Lilith,
Ooh, I'm looking pretty in this. I love it.
Mieli, I didn't have your exact measurements. I apologize.
Looks good. Thank you.
Now, Cracker,
Mm.
don't be mad. I tried my best. You know, it's not easy. You have very large dimensions. Your thighs are like 3 trunks.
Thanks so much. Yeah. It's a little longer than I'd like,
I
but
love
you
it.
know, I can hike it up.
You can always stare it if you really must. I would cry, but nobody would notice.
Oh, it's good. Beautiful.
And Charlotte, here you are.
Oh, oh wait, can you bring it back up again? I accidentally clicked off. Oh, it's beautiful. I feel like the prettiest bride in the world. And I'll do some twirls.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
be
clap.
careful. It's all held together with pins. There's not a lot of stitching. I didn't have that much time. If you twirl too much, little pieces would fall off here and there. You won't be naked. It just won't look so nice. It'll look like it wasn't finished, you know.
But it'll make it through the wedding, right?
Oh yes, absolutely. Just don't do anything really violent or aggressive. Maybe the dancing can be slow dancing, not too much twirling.
Right, you are.
Well, I should get going. I need to get going back to Neverwinter. There apparently is a demand for lots of uniforms. The Lord Never Emperor told me that I am supposed to make something very special for him. He has a whole coterie of elite warriors that he wants to have dressed and outfitted as nicely as possible. So I wish you good luck on your big day and congratulations. And when you have many bambinos, don't forget that Euripides is a name for a very strong young boy.
Thank you very much, Euripides. I shan't forget you. You will always have a place in my court.
Ah, and he bows deeply.
As my
I am
tailor.
most touched. I am most touched. Thank you. And he walks out, struggles to get onto this really fat donkey, and eventually does, and then starts trotting off into the distance. The wedding starts. You hear the music. You're all dressed. Everybody's standing around watching this thing. Can't fucking believe we're in the middle of a field watching a wedding when we should be sacking a city. What the hell is this? Shh. It's all part of the master's plan. I would have liked to have had that drumstick. Hey, do you want to get clawed in the face by that thing? No, I guess it's not worth it. Even the wounded from the previous day's fight. She's already changed her token. Charlotte's fast on the gun with that. All right. And who's going to do the officiating?
Oh, that's me.
All right, Lilith, take it away.
I'm gonna cast the ceremony spell.
All right.
We are gathered here today under the light of Lathander, the Morning Lord. We are gathered to unite Lord Cassander and Lady Alyssa in a sacred bond of love, hope, and renewal. Lathander, who brings the dawn of and inspires new beginnings, smiles upon this union. Do you, Lord Cassander, vow to walk beside Lady Alyssa, to honor and cherish them, to support and encourage them, and to face each day with love as bright as the Morning Lord's light?
That was beautiful. Well done, Ida. Many
Well,
points of inspiration.
I wasn't done.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I asked Lord Cassander if he vowed to walk beside Lady Alyssa, to honor and cherish him. And then I was going to do the same for Lady Alyssa.
Feel free to do so.
So, Lord Cassander, do you vow to walk beside Lady Alyssa?
And you see like a little tear in the corner of his eye. But of course, she is my love and light, and I shall protect her.
Good. Do you, Lady Alyssa, vow to walk beside Lord Cassander, to honor and cherish them, to support and encourage them, and to face each day with love as bright as the Morning Lord's light?
I do.
Lathander, God of renewal and hope, bless this union. May the light of your dawn illuminate their path, and may the warmth of your radiance fill their hearts, and may their love grow stronger with each new day. Just as the sun rises unfailingly, may their devotion to one another remain constant and true. By the grace of Lathander and the power entrusted to me as a cleric of the Morning Lord, I pronounce you united as one, bonded by love, hope, and light. Go forth together as partners in life, carrying the light of Lathander and promise of a new dawn in your heart. You may seal this union with the kiss.
And he leans in.
I'll also lean in and she gives him a kiss.
Yay! And everybody
Beautiful.
claps.
Well, using all her power to not cringe or vomit. Just thinks in her head, money, money, money. Think of the money.
Oh my God.
Think of the money and the power.
No.
Ah, this is such a great day. I feel like I am completely rejuvenated. Come, let us have a little celebration and pose for our wedding portrait. I know no one here is really an artist, but I'm sure someone can take a picture in their minds and then we can have a wizard or someone make an illusion later. Perhaps one of you can do it now.
Sorry, I don't have that spell.
Ah, it's okay.
I cast a
We'll,
minor illusion.
Oh, wonderful. I want to remember this moment as long as I live.
Oh, you will. Ah, you will. Don't worry about it. I will show it to you as much as you want.
And perhaps even more.
Goody.
Well, after all this time and excitement and much waiting, I think we should retire to the marital tent. Everybody
uh,
else, enjoy yourselves at the feast, and we shall set out in a few hours.
My dear,
Wait,
I wanted to
wait.
take part in the.
Wait, we have a tradition in my culture that the bride needs to come with her handmaidens for a minute over here into our tent. We need to prepare her for this. It's pretty serious.
Oh, of
This
course.
is serious.
Mhm.
Yes, this is a special occasion.
Mhm.
We use the hut. Hut.
I'm gonna make a hut. Hut.
Where is the hut? Am I supposed to get the hut? Ugh,
I
God.
can try to find it.
I mean, how many, you know?
Oh my god. There it is.
Thank God.
Well, yeah.
I have a question of these magic users because I know nothing about magic. Isn't there some way like you can pretend to be you there in that moment without being there in that moment? Like trick him with some sort of fancy illusion?
Too late now. Oh, you mean in the consummation?
Yeah. Isn't that a thing you can do?
Well, perhaps, but then we'd run the risk of him seeing through the illusion.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That could be. No, never mind.
We need
I
to
mean-
find the assassin
Yeah.
quick.
Well, I was hoping that I could convince him to let me go party first, and then during the festivities, you guys sneak into the tent and hide.
Well, some of us could be made invisible.
Oh, some of you want to party.
I'm gonna send Rua on a kind of around just to see if he can see someone lurking around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And take a couple of rounds and come back into the hut.
Sure. Go ahead and roll perception checks.
Okay. One.
Does he have
Oh.
advantage?
I don't think so. I think he only is
For sound or something, isn't
no hearing and sight actually advantage. So
okay.
14. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Rua reports he doesn't see anything.
Oh shit.
I mean, you know, there's like squirrels and things.
Well, maybe he's already in the tent.
Maybe. Huh. This is fun.
So
Oh, darling, my wife, come, let us celebrate. We should consummate the marriage, and then we can start out for Neverwinter.
Hey guys, would anyone like to volunteer to,
Take her
take my
place.
place? Anyone got an itch they need to scratch right badly?
Oh my God. Jeez. Wow.
Yeah, I think you look so pretty together.
he really loves you. Did
Really
you see the
cute.
tears in his eyes?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I show her again the picture from the wedding. You look so
I'm gonna-
beautiful together.
I'm gonna glare at the rest of them. So is this it? I'm just gonna go into the tent and
Well, I don't know.
Cassandra disappears into the tent.
Because
This
it's
time.
the big tent.
Well,
Wait.
there's a smaller tent inside the big tent, but everybody's outside in the field. There are too many men for the whole tent to fit. So The tent itself is primarily just for you guys.
I still have my vanishing dust. What if I give it to you guys and you turn invisible and I go in the tent with you guys behind me secretly? And then we kill him. Huh? Huh?
I just wish there was a way to deal with this that didn't involve killing him. I mean, the
Oh, there's
assassin's
not.
there. The
What?
assassin can do it, but it's just getting out of here after is going to be really hard.
Yeah, that's why I think that we should be seen by the soldiers and
Yeah.
kind of be happy that Charlotte is getting married. Or
Don't you
Alyssa,
have?
sorry.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
No, speak. I was interrupting.
No, I said what I wanted to say.
Don't we have a sleeping potion that makes him fall asleep? You can just drink together and fall asleep together. Not actually doing anything, and we don't kill him by then. And then we deal with it when we find the assassin. You don't have a potion like that, right? Or a spell?
That sounds great. I've got some whiskey you could share.
No, I don't have a sleeping potion. I have a love potion, but I think that would just make things worse.
Yeah, probably.
Unless you took it.
Oh.
Well, there you go.
Oh, no.
Wow.
I don't like the way this is going.
That's a great idea. Unless
It's
you
not a
took
great
it.
idea. What do you mean?
That was pretty good. Nice job, Yuan.
Well, at least it would make it more palatable.
Trying
S-
to check
Stop.
in the bag of the
That's
holding.
enough. Enough. I have had enough. I cannot take anymore. I'm not a machine.
Oh my god.
I need to rest. All right.
I think we can go out and party it up with the soldiers and just be out there. And hopefully that assassin's already in there. That's all I can say. But we're here if you need us.
But you should
Not
you should
physically.
bring the vanishing dust. If the assassin is inside the tent, you can make him invisible, so he can run
Okay.
away.
Okay.
No, we don't want that. We want them to see that assassin.
Yeah, but
Because
so he can become invisible when he's running away. Someone can see him,
Okay,
but
yeah.
Okay, I'll just give it to him then. And then he'll use it later.
Yep.
Okay. Before I go, I'm just gonna pray to all the gods. Any god who'll listen, please, please.
we do have a potion of heroism in bag of holding. You can use that. You're a
What
hero.
is that supposed to do?
I don't know. Make you feel better? I don't know.
improve your constitution.
Oh. Oh.
What is that? What's that supposed to mean?
Oh. I think we know what that's supposed to mean.
Anyone have an unpickable chastity belt?
I lost the key. I'm so sorry. Wait till I find my dad.
Good luck.
Okay.
Good luck.
we could call him the GIF to rescue you.
Okay. Well, now's a good time as any. Let's go. Here comes the bride.
Before she goes, I
Here
cast
comes the
telepathic
bride.
speech with her.
Oh, good.
Just say anything if you want us to help.
Okay.
I'm just making sure that we're like partying it up with the soldiers just outside the tent.
Mhm.
Walking as slowly as humanly
Ugh.
possible.
God.
I deliver
Oh,
her to the tent.
All right.
I'm here.
As you walk in, you see your beloved standing by the little tray of drinks. His back is toward you, and he turns around and he smiles. Ah, you finally arrived. I just wanted to say I know that you did not want to agree to this, especially as you are not actually Lady Elisa. Don't worry. Once this has been consummated and we have captured the city, you shall be released of all of your obligations. You will, of course, need to bear me a son first, but it won't take much more than a year. I promise. You can have your life back, and I shall give you as many jewels as you can carry. Plus, if you wish, you can stay. You can share the power with me. It is not a problem. I have many interests and business concerns. I will not be able to rule the city with my full dedication anyway, so I may as well appoint you as a regent.
A queen regent, you say?
Yes, if you would like that title, that is certainly possible. Well, you are actually going to be the queen, but you would be regent over your son. Now, that's if you stay. If you leave, then of course we need to leave somebody in power who can actually take care of day-to-day matters, and unfortunately that cannot be done remotely. I will also just say this: whatever resources you need to fight this fight of yours that you talked about before, I don't fully understand it. I understand that it affects commerce, and of course I have been affected as well. We shall do this together. It is in everyone's best interest. Of course, I would like to see us come out on top at the end and make sure that all of this.
Oh, thank God.
And you see, standing on that tray, that wine cart, a short figure that was choking him. And he collapses, knocking over all the wine.
Well, you came just in the nick of time.
He sort of bows his head silently.
Here, take this. And I'll hand him the vanishing dust. And then say, but don't use it quite yet. Make sure they've seen you first. I can't have them suspecting me.
He looks at you and shakes his head back and forth, no, and opens it. And he looks at it and sprinkles some on both of you. And as he does, you both start sneezing uncontrollably. Neither of you turns invisible. And as he starts sneezing, his hood flies backwards.
Oh my.
What? Oh, no, you're not supposed to see my face. What happened? What? I thought you said this was invisibility powder. What happened? What is this, a trick?
I thought it was invisibility powder.
No, obviously not. This must be the cursed version, the sneezing, wheezing powder. Achoo! Achoo! No, this is terrible. Now you've seen my face and we can never get out of here.
Well, you can never get out of here, maybe.
Oh my
I'm gonna
God.
start screaming.
Holy shit!
That's amazing.
What? You would turn me in? You're a traitor. We were friends. I made you a beautiful dress and you're bridesmaids. I worked all night. I'm so tired. And with that, he tries to flee, but there's a lot of screaming and shouting. The Commander Forsyth, comes rushing in. Several of the other soldiers come rushing in. They see the prone body of Cassander lying on the ground, his face all purpled. They see you standing there, and they see Euripides, poor Euripides. He makes a dash for it, slicing his way through the tent, and runs outside, directly into your group of friends. Zenis, you must help me. They're coming to kill me. I was only doing as you asked.
And as he comes
Cracker.
to me, I touch him and we both vanish.
Oh.
I cast invisibility.
And
I'm
he keeps
going-
shouting.
Shut
My
up.
God.
What is happening?
I'm going to cast Firebolt and don't hit him, but kind of like I'm trying to hit him.
Okay.
So I'm going to kind of cast Firebolts around.
Okay. Yeah. Let's
So it
let's
seems
roll
like
to
I'm
see if
trying
you
to kill him.
let's see if you accidentally hit him for real.
I'm not
Yeah.
going to hit him.
You don't know for sure. He's invisible now.
Well, I want to do it before Sunnis turned him invisible when
I
he ran
understand.
out of the tent.
You're trying to make it look like you actually did hit him.
Well,
Right.
that I'm trying to hit him, but I'm not.
Oh,
very
you're
good at
trying to
fighting.
miss him. Okay. Fine.
Yeah, I'm trying to miss him.
Okay. You're trying to miss him, but you're my point is you're trying to make it seem like you are
I'm going
missing.
to hit him. Yeah.
No, hang on. You're trying to hit him. You're trying to look like you're trying to kill him before he turns invisible so that everybody sees you missed him, as opposed to you tried to hit him after he turns invisible and everybody doesn't know for sure if you hit him or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, what?
I
That's the
want
yes.
people to.
That was an either or. That wasn't a yes to all of it.
I want to make it seem like I'm trying to hit him when he runs out before he turns invisible, so that
Okay.
people see that I'm trying to kill the assassin.
Okay. So you managed to do exactly as you wanted with that.
Thank you.
That's fine. And everybody sees that you missed him, but he does turn invisible. So does Zanise. And the rest of the soldiers, most of them aren't really fully paying attention. Some of them are giggling, thinking that the shouting is, just, nuptial activities or jitters or whatever. A few of them kind of notice what's going on. They're starting to point. One or two of them are actually grabbing their spears that they had set up as, in the little piles.
Cracker flies into a rage, shrieking, trying to cover up his stupid words. "Oh, Cassandra, I will vengefully revenge your death!" Ah! Like just losing their mind, trying to make sure that no one can hear the idiot Taylor.
He's still shouting. What is going on? What happened? I can't see anything. Where did Zanise go?
Shut up.
All right. What's Byleth doing?
I'm also going to ready myself, trying to act really surprised, like I
I feel
didn't
like
see
everybody
that
is
coming
surprised.
at all. Well, with Euripides, of course I am surprised, but I mean I was prepared for a fight the whole time, so.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
All right. You're gonna ruin your nice peach dress.
It adds more flavor to it.
Yeah. Who doesn't like a blood-stained silk dress?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And Lilith,
Yeah.
anything else for you? Having officiated wonderfully a beautiful wedding ceremony, which, don't forget, as a result of the wedding itself, for the next 7 days, you got a +2 bonus to armor class, Charlotte,
Oh, goody.
if you're within 30 feet. Okay, well,
Maybe I'll
But
just
you-
like take a piece of his finger.
oh, I'm like, my face is scrunched up in a look of disgust and horror. Oh my gosh.
Well, that's not the worst thing the party has done.
No, it hasn't, but it's my gosh, my goodness.
Need I remind you that Lilith is wearing a a certain ring.
I'm gonna run inside the tent and see if I can try to make it
Revive
look like
Cassandra.
try to make it look like, to see if I can like do anything or if it's really dead.
Okay, yeah. Let's have a medicine check. He is dead. You're not 100% sure how he's dead, but his heart's definitely stopped beating. Even you can tell that through his rather thick and fatty skin. His face is purpled, his tongue is hanging out, his eyes are wide open and bulging. He either choked to death, was strangled, possibly poisoned, or a combination. There's no visible wounds, though, no blood anywhere. All right. Yeah. So, Commander Forsyth bursts into the room, sees everything that's happening. What's going on? What happened here?
Between sobs over her beloved husband's corpse, Charlotte is like, he killed him. My darling.
Who killed him?
An assassin, you idiot. How could you let this happen?
What? What did I do?
How could you let him inside the tent? What were you doing this whole time? And I'll throw one of my slippers at him. He was gonna make me a queen.
Roll to see if you hit him with the slipper.
I'll just do a D20.
Yeah, you clap him right across the forehead. And obviously it doesn't really do any damage, but it's like the psychic shock of it all. Oh. And the commander blows a whistle and starts shouting, "Find the assassin! Who is behind it? Do we know?"
He was wearing his Zentrum clothes, wasn't he? I'm asking this not as Charlotte. But as
Oh, he was dressed as sort of your generic ninja-ish dark clothing outfit, nondescript. He didn't look like a Zentrum. I don't think you guys talked about actually having an agent appear as the Zentrum with Lord Neverember. I think you guys talked about that amongst yourselves.
No, we asked him to send an assassin dressed like a Zentrum.
Oh yes, right, yes. Well, he didn't come dressed as an assassin. He came as himself.
a stupid tailor. One job.
Yeah, you'd think a guy who makes dresses all day long could come up with a. But maybe if he wasn't so busy all night long making bridesmaid dresses, he would have been able to make a Zentrum outfit.
You were the only one to see him, so he could look like anything.
I'll say, I don't know. It was some little man. Oh, my darling.
Oh boy, this is great. This is going to go down as one of the best. All right. Daria, whilst you and Euripides are both invisible, and you've obviously tried to hush him up because he's making a bit of noise, what else are you doing, if anything?
I still hold him because I didn't take my hand off him. So I very slowly move him out of the way, in the way to the tiny hut.
Okay. I'll
The
give
tiny
you
hut
guys.
is gone.
Oh, right, because you're no longer there.
So where the tiny hut was.
Okay.
In that direction.
Okay. You should be able to move your Euripides. Let me give you that ability now.
Okay.
There you go. Okay. Yeah, very good.
So we move here.
Very good. Laura?
I am very concerned for the bridesmaid. For the bride. So I'm also going to rush in and ask, "What happened?" And I'm gonna when I see what happened, I'm going to hug Charlotte and console her and be like, "It's all right. It's all right. We're here for you."
I feel like there are a lot of performance and deception checks that needs to go through here.
And scene.
And scene, yeah, exactly. It's not quite La Boheme, but
It's close.
yeah, it's close. Okay, Sophie, would you like deception, performance, something else that makes sense? You want
Oh,
to argue?
let me see.
And
they're all,
Laura, you too?
they're all the same, so I'm just gonna go with performance.
Okay,
Yeah, me too.
okay.
17.
Wow. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Dancing Queens.
Yes, indeed.
Those tears are
And
real.
those she's thinking about all the money.
The money and the power.
We're natural actors.
Ida, do you want to roll for Commander Forsyth's insight into their deception?
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, he's buying it altogether. I mean, it makes sense, right? You were offered everything and all you had to do was, go through with it, basically. So why wouldn't you? In his mind, that's the easiest way to get riches and power. Okay. Let me just bring him back and make him dead. There you go. Okay. Mealy, you missed. He's disappeared. Anything else you want to add?
I am just going to trying to look frantically around here to see if I can find anything.
You mean
See
put
if I
on a
can-
show of looking for something, or
No, I'm gonna actually look, but I know that hopefully he's not there. But I'm actually gonna search
okay,
like I would search for someone.
okay. Well,
See if
obviously you
that's
don't. Obviously, you don't find Euripides or Zanice. Although, actually, what we should do is have Zanice and Euripides roll deception or hide stealth checks, and everybody else will be checking against them. Daria, do you want to roll? Yeah, do you want to roll a second one as well for
Yeah.
him? Well, 21's pretty
Oh
good.
my god.
10 is a little bit average. Okay. So, Laura, do you want to roll sort of a group opposing check for the soldiers?
1.
Nice.
Ha.
Okay. Even if I were to give it advantage, I'm going to say that that's going to be sufficiently low. There's enough partying. People are still distracted. If they figured out what's going on, they certainly don't have any to the fight. But there is some grumbling amongst the troops. Didn't that other tiefling also disappear? Are they in cahoots? Okay, Yvonne. What would Cracker like to do, if anything? You're
Cracker's
still
gonna
raging and yelling, yeah.
yelling, rushing into the tent. And I'm here to help. I'm here to help. What do you want me to do?
Can you bring back the dead?
No.
Well, this creates a bit of a problem. The troops are ready to march on Neverwinter. But at the same time, they want to get paid. What do we do now? He's not asking Charlotte so much as he's kind of posing a semi-rhetorical question, as if he's working it out himself. But anybody would like to interject may do so.
I'm just gonna defer to Charlotte. Queen Charlotte, what should we do?
Um.
I'm gonna like shake her slightly in a half-orc kind of way. Pull it together. You're the queen now.
The
Right.
half-orc kind of way. What is a half-orc kind of way exactly?
Yeah, a little shaky. Not like enough to break your neck, but hopefully to,
Like a
snap her
newborn
out of it.
baby that's been crying too much?
Whoa, come on now.
Okay.
Yes, of course. You're right. Well, I'll need a morning dress, of course. Black, the finest silk.
Oh my gosh.
Literally created a monster.
Yeah.
And we'll have to bury him deep underground so that he will never be disturbed in his rest.
In the simplest calico, devoid of all jewelry, because that would be traditional.
I agree. Wait. Did you mean me or did you mean my
No, I meant
husband?
like your husband.
Oh,
Because,
right, of course.
yeah, the finery should be saved to pay the soldiers.
Yes, very wise. This is why you're my chief general.
I put my arm around the captain or the commander, and it's you and me, buddy. We're gonna
The
rule
pan-
the world.
The panic in Sophie's voice when she thought for a moment that Yvonne was suggesting the morning dress should be devoid of jewels was palpable.
I was concerned, yes.
Showing up in nothing but a burlap sack.
Well, basically, I just suggested we loot the body and bury him in nothing. But we
Yeah.
keep all the stuff, because it's tradition. And I nod at Lilith, right?
It certainly is in this group.
Yeah.
Well, I think we should probably bring the body back to Waterdeep. I'm sure
There's
his
no time,
sister-
you fool. We have to bury him now.
Well,
Or at
I'm
least
not
burn
sure.
him.
I'm not sure that's the right approach.
But look how big he is. We won't be able to transport him unless we burn him.
Cremate.
Right?
Cremate. The word is cremate.
Cremate.
We don't. I mean, we just buried, several dozen people. We don't really burn bodies in our culture. That's more of a northern thing, I think.
Well, I'm his wife, and in my culture, we burn our husbands. Cremate our husbands. Lilith, get the pyre.
Jesus Christ.
Could bury him next to the big bird.
The big bird.
Yeah, I don't
Next to Big
remember
Bird.
what's name. What's called? Was it
It's Big Bird now.
Hippogriff.
Big bird.
No, hippogriff. No, big bird. You seem to love those.
Da, 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 da. Okay.
You're so
Let's
wise,
bury
my
it.
chief priestess.
Well, I imagine that somebody's going to want to hear the truth about what happened and probably give it the proper funeral rites and say goodbye. His sister, for one, and
Who?
most likely at least one priest who's going to want to find out by speaking to his spirit in the afterworld.
Well, there's no need for that. I saw the whole thing. Let's not disturb his rest. He's been through enough.
Why don't you just
Let him
give
rest
the
in
queen what she
peace.
wants? She's the queen, okay?
Well, there's no crown. I mean, my understanding was that the whole title situation was going to be resolved by taking Neverwinter. Now, if you suggest we're going to march on Neverwinter and take that throne after all, that's fine, and we can do that. But until then, she's just Lady Alyssa, and as far as I know, just the widow. But I'm not an expert on these things. We're going to need to get some lawyers involved.
You're fired.
Jeez.
I now appoint Cracker as the leader of this host, this army. Your services will no longer be required.
What? Wait, no, wait a minute. I'll be honest, Sophie, I have no idea where to go with this. Well
Guards,
done. You-
escort him away.
the guards kind of look at each other, and then they look at you, and then they look at Cracker, and they look back at the commander, and they say, Commander Forsyth, what should we do? Well, obviously, don't arrest me.
Don't
Why
listen
are
to
you
him,
so
you fools.
keen? Why are you so keen on burning the body? Did you poison him?
Dare you suggest such a thing? You all saw the assassin there.
Well, that's true.
I just want what's best for my beloved.
All right. I'll let you roll some dice. You can, I think you've done a great job role playing it and pushing it as far as you can go. Somebody's going to have to make a decision here. So let's let that lie with the dice. But before we do that, does anybody have any other suggestions or anything they want to do? You can all hear the shouting from the tent. So although you're not necessarily part of the conversation, you can all interject or contribute.
Well, I think if I heard her shouting at the commander that he was fired, I think I would kind of rush to the tent and, my lady, please don't be rash now. If we're going to free Neverwinter and make you a queen, we need someone the men trust.
What?
Big bird.
What happened to the hippogriff?
Apparently, it was never a hippogriff. It was just Big Bird. It's just dead Big Bird.
Random interjection.
Yes. I'm sorry, Sophie. I know you were in the middle of your big dramatic speech there. Felt I had to keep the mood light. Yeah, so one of your so-called handmaidens is trying to give you a bit of advice.
Mm. Oh, oh, Miele, you're right. I'll stand up shakily. I don't know what came over me. I'm just so emotional. Please accept my most humble of apologies, Lord Commander Forsyth.
There's this great Graham Norton interview. If you guys don't know, Graham Norton is a UK talk show host, and he does all the, movie stars and things. And there's an interview that he's got where he's got Harrison Ford and Ryan Gosling sitting on the couch next to each other after they'd just done Blade Runner. And Harrison Ford just keeps pretending over and over again that he can't remember Ryan Gosling's name. He keeps calling him Brian. It's actually quite cute. Okay, so I feel like that was the kind of scene there. All right. We'll try to prepare the body for transport. And shall I say we'll go ahead with the assault as originally planned?
I need time to think it over. It's been a long, long, tragic day. I couldn't possibly make such a decision now. As you've seen, my emotions get the better of me, or have gotten the better of me. I need to clear my mind.
Well, you've got two choices, my lady. We either assault the city and take it and sack it as planned, or we return to Waterdeep, where your authority may not hold up. You may not have known Lord Cassander that well, but for the rest of us, we know that in his place, his sister typically takes control of all of his business affairs when he's unavailable. She is his steward and his closest confidant. He insisted that she stay behind and watch over everything whilst he was dealing with this. I'm trying to tell you, if you want to maintain your authority, your best bet is to carry out the wishes and plans as originally laid out. It will raise the least suspicion.
I'm going to turn to my handmaidens and give them questioning eyes.
Well, if we want to get in there and sack that city, we have to destabilize the Zentrum. The Zentrum are in control. Let's get rid of them.
Excellent
I
idea. Let's do that.
I think it's worth reminding you that just before the Lord's death, he had discussed with you and I present my promotion,
Your what?
a doubling of my salary with a share of the spoils in contract, of course.
Oh, yes. Yes, now I remember. You're right. Yes, of course. Of course, Lord Commander Forceps.
Sir
It's as you
Forsyth will
say.
do. I'm not a lord. I serve at your majesty's pleasure.
Indeed you do.
It's agreed then. 5% of the split for myself, another 5% to be split amongst the men, or at least the officers. The enlisted men may take whatever they can carry, but your highness will have first pick of anything that is taken, ensuring that true important artifacts and relics of the state will not be carried off needlessly.
Lovely.
And he sticks out his hand in a rather familiar and businesslike fashion, unlike how he's treated you so far, offering to shake yours.
I'll very ladylike grasp his hand. Shake.
It's a deal then, and we'll keep this whole little secret to ourselves. You said it was a Zentrum agent, did you?
Oh,
Are you
yes.
sure that's what you want to say? You can change your mind now, but once we put it out there, we can't go back.
I'll look to my handmaidens for any sign of yes or signs of no.
I'm just
Crackers
gonna nod.
nodding.
Yes, it was a dastardly Zentrum.
Very good. I'll make sure the men know. And what should we do in case his sister arrives? Because once she hears about it, she will absolutely make herself part of this whole situation. We don't have enough pay on hand to cover all the men's expenses through a protracted siege. So unless you plan on taking the city immediately using your magics, we'll have to find a way to keep the men loyal beyond just the next few weeks. And if she comes, not only with the authority of being his personal steward, but also with the coffers to back it up, she'll be able to buy the army immediately. Unless you've got money.
I have Lord Kazanda's money.
That's not your money. That's our money.
Ah.
If you want this army to fight for you, you'll need to earn their loyalty. And begging the pardon of the lady, your leadership to date hasn't been perfect. And he nods over at the graves and he looks at Lilith.
Yes.
He was just acknowledging that you had to say funeral rites over the men who died needlessly.
Mm-hmm.
The men are mercenaries, but they're not fools. They don't die for causes.
How much are we talking about? How much gold?
Well, it depends. Do you want the ships as well? The ships, if we don't keep them in line, will make probably either for a southern port. I hear there's a lot of demand for shipping and piracy and around Chult, given all the troubles they've got there. Or they'll go to Luskan, where they've historically been given a warm welcome amongst those who willing to turn a blind eye for a price. But then you may end up being seen to be the ones who caused a surge in piracy. Keeping them is much more expensive, though. It's not just the men, it's also the ships, the maintenance, the provisioning, and the port fees. For our men and our supplies, we'll need at least 1,000 gold, and that's just for a month. It would be better if you had several, and this way they could feel confident that this isn't just a temporary situation. Of course, you could try to intimidate them into following, but doing so may end up causing more lives than you want, and we won't have the strength to take the city after that. Plus, you won't be able to stop men sneaking off in the middle of the night.
Oh, we have enough gold for a month.
I would give it over to the quartermaster, make a big show of it, contribute it to the army's coffers. It'll boost morale, give the men something to cheer on, and the belief that you actually care about them. They know at the end we're just a tool to help you achieve your ambitions. But it still has to be a reasonably fair contractual relationship, otherwise there's just no point. They say an army marches on its belly. I like to say it marches on its belly with a pocket full of gold.
Oh, you're so clever. Well, girls, let's get the money.
Fine. I'll have the quartermaster bring around the carts. You can load it up, and I suggest you give a little speech. Maybe a little bit less on the emotion. Maybe motivate them with a bit of vengeance and appeal to their greed. They'd like that.
Speech. Oh, good. Yes, of course.
Now, as for Kazander's body, we can burn it, but if we leave it behind, it will look very suspicious. The best bet is to try to preserve it and carry it with us. At least until we've satisfied his sister. I don't have any solution for that. She's no fool. Some say she's the brains of the operation, and if she only had a penis, she would be in charge, not Kazander himself. I'll leave it to you. I don't suggest killing her outright. If you do, you'll have to take great pains to ensure that someone else takes the blame. A much better job than this cack-handed affair here. Not everyone is so easily convinced, shall we say.
We'll bear that in mind.
Good. Well, I'll have the men prepare to strike camp. We'll set out in a few hours. We still have good afternoon and evening of daylight. And no one's really going to bother us on the road until we get to Neverwinter anyway. Think about what you want to say to the men to address them, and I'll have the quartermaster come around. And I don't suppose anybody's got any ability to... Well, one time in Alm, I saw a priest use some kind of magic, and it kept a dead body in stasis for a week. No decomposition, no putrefaction. That would be best if you could do it. If not, we'll do our best and wrap him in bindings and pack him with salt.
I could do it first thing tomorrow, but not today.
Well, I'll leave it to you to decide. My queen. And he kneels and he looks at you, but he's looking at you directly with his eyes, like you two share a secret. And when he does that, the men that are in the room with him, they also kneel, but they also look at you.
Oh.
And then they all walk out. Congratulations, you are now the head of a large conspiracy. Anything you want to do?
Well,
Yeah. Zanice, how long is this invisibility going to last? I can't see my feet. It's very hard for me to concentrate when I can't see my hands and what I'm doing with my
Shut
hands.
up and move quietly.
Oh, you want me to be an assassin? Why didn't
I
you say
won't-
so?
I want you to get out of here alive, okay?
And he takes your hand, which you're still holding, and you feel his other hand on top of it. And then for a brief moment, you feel what is tickly and wiry. And you sense that he has kissed your hand. And he says, Zanice, if you are ever in need, you simply must let me know. Come to the tailor shop in Neverwinter or send a message. They will find me. And whatever it takes, I will get you out alive or make sure that they do not capture you alive. This I vow. And he lets go of your hand. And even though you're both invisible and you've both been hiding, and you're used to it now, he moves off so silently through all the dry leaves and twigs and rustling grasses. You have no idea where he went.
Sneaky bastard. And I'm gonna just say good luck, you repeat this and move to Blemish.
Blemish is so hungry and he smells burning food, but nobody invited Blemish to the party.
Blemish.
You have more berries?
Here you go. I gave him one.
Any more?
I give him a second one.
He just keeps looking at you with those big eyes.
I only have two, sorry.
It's okay. Can we join the party now? I'm hungry.
Yeah, you can join them and tell them where I am, but quietly.
Okay.
Thank you, Blemish.
And he trundles off.
And I lay on the ground. Oh, my back hurts. Oh my god. Too much walking. Shit.
Laura, anything else?
No. I'm just mourning over Cassandra. With my best performance.
What about Cracker?
Cracker's just going outside the tent and getting ready for this big momentous payment event.
Where is this money coming from?
Well, we had 2160 pieces of gold in the bag of holding, so I gave Charlotte 1,000 gold
Okay.
to do this transfer.
So obviously, just as a reminder, I know you know this, but just write down that you took, don't just subtract the amount, but write down that you took it out for that payment.
Yep, it's
as
in
well
there
as the
already.
Muto. Great. Thank you very much.
No problem.
Okay. Mealy.
Yeah. I think
You
I'm
guys-
just gonna,
You guys got what you wanted,
yeah,
sort of.
kind of, yeah, sort of.
It's never the way you planned it, but I mean, come on. Are you really surprised?
No.
Yeah, exactly.
It's better than nothing, I guess. Well, I guess we need to have a little discussion on what to do next.
Well, you're going to capture Neverwinter, presumably. Sack the city.
Yeah.
For the record, I'm fine with that.
Of course you are.
I mean, hey, we just need to defeat the black mold, right?
This is true. I mean, what's better, right? Democratic chaos or a benevolent autocracy that actually gets something done? Centralized command.
I don't know what you just said, but yes.
I don't know, Ida. I think this whole Lathander thing might be working out for Lilith. What do you think?
Oh, I'm not so sure. It's a good decoy.
It's a good what?
Decoy.
Oh,
Like,
decoy. Sorry, yeah.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
I don't want everyone to be like, oh, chaotic Talos.
Well, they kind of guess that there's something else going on because you've got like the lightning bolts of Talos, which some of them recognize, and you don't look like a Lathander priestess exactly,
Mm,
other than the mace. But the
yeah.
words were very convincing, and the mace didn't hurt it at all either, with it glowing and everything. I think your wedding vows were wonderful.
Yes. That's why she didn't help with the graves.
Yeah.
I had
Well,
to prepare.
you did. But you also have the ceremony spell, and you can use it for a funeral rite over Lord Kazander's body.
Yes.
Wish to do that?
I'm looking at the Lady Alyssa.
Oh, well, I'm very concerned about this sister of his. I don't know what she'll do when she gets here, or what she'll do with his corpse,
Or his army.
or his army even, or what she'll think of me.
Mm. The words hussy and harlot come to mind. Gold digger.
Well, I'm legally married to him, so. I'm legally his widow, at least.
I mean, in some cultures, you have to consummate the marriage. I'm just saying.
Oh, well. I'm sure the
But
Commander Forceps will gladly witness that he say that he witnessed some stains on the bed, some blood stains.
we've all seen the movies. Yes, it's a popular thing. All right, Cracker.
Yeah.
Around the same time that all this has happened, somebody says, "Hey, that hippogriff drumstick is really good." And people start circling around this fire pit where the drumstick is roasting on a spit. "Hey, barbarian lady, you're a pretty good cook."
Thanks. I learned from the best. Eat up. You need your strength.
All right. So you guys finish up the night. Well, finish up the afternoon. The troops start getting ready to go. You've given your little speech. Presumably you've just sort of did you have a speech you want to give? Otherwise we can just move to
I have a little speech, yes.
Okay, would you like to if you would like to, feel free.
Okay. Well, I'll walk outside with the big bag of coins. And did Kazanda have like a sword or something, or some kind of weapon?
He had a ceremonial dagger, but he's more of a thinker rather than somebody who fights.
Okay. I'll carry the big bag of coins in one hand and his ceremonial dagger in the other hand. And then I'll
Okay.
address the soldiers. Where should I stand? Over here.
Sure.
Brothers and sisters in arms, though grief weighs heavy on my heart, I stand before you not as a widow, but as a warrior. Our beloved king, my husband, was cruelly taken from us by the treacherous hands of the Zentarim. With this generous bequeathment of 1,000 gold, let us take Neverwinter as my husband intended and claim vengeance. And then I'll lift my his ceremonial dagger in the air. Cue cheering.
And at that point, Commander Forsyth starts clapping. He looks around and then he starts clapping. And then once everybody sees him clapping, they all start clapping too. Ah! 3 cheers for Lady Alyssa. Hip hip hooray. Hip hip
Wait.
hooray. Wait. Did you say wait?
I said, Queen.
Oh. Queen Alyssa. Sorry. Yay. And then they kind of all clap each other on the back. And then they say, and then Commander Forsett says, right. And with that, let's move out. And they start marching. And he looks back over his shoulder and he says, you coming?
Let's roll.
What did we do with the body?
It's coming with you in a cart. Until tomorrow when you can preserve it.
Hmm.
They've just sort of packed it in some ice and salt. Anybody going to get Zenise or just going to leave her lying on her back in the middle of cold?
yeah.
Right.
I'm still telepathically linked, aren't I? So I'll just say, come.
No, it was too much time.
What?
Oh.
Yeah, only 6 minutes.
6
Okay.
minutes? Okay.
I'm going down.
Sorry.
I'm gonna. Hey, we're leaving. Come in.
Oh my god, can you help me get up?
Of course. And I want to take her arms and kind of lift her up.
Oh, thank you.
Funny, she doesn't look that old in that peach dress. You're still all in your bridesmaid dresses.
Shit.
What you look nice.
Mm.
All right. You guys march and march and march and march. It's going to take a while for you to get there.
On the road, I'm gonna tell Zenise that. Do you have the power for another sending to Neverember?
Yeah.
I think we need to kind of warn him.
That you're at the head of a giant invasive army.
Yeah.
I look at Charlotte. Yeah, we need to warn him.
I think we. I don't know what to say though.
Give me 5 minutes. I will send him something.
Okay. Good.
Okay, so you guys do manage to march for several more hours. You set up your camp, and by the time you're done, Neverwinter is visible on the skyline, but it's not quite close enough for you to actually get to before darkness sets in. There is a point as you pass by that has a bluff and a cliff that overlooks part of the harbor that leads into Neverwinter and where the river joins up with the sea. And as a result, you can see that the 2 ships have been following and shadowing your movements. You've got people in your group that basically are responsible for maintaining signal between the ships and your land forces. And the net result is that they know where you are, you know where they are, but with every few hours, you have to sort of check back in. Of course, you can make that a little bit easier with the help of some of your familiars who can fly and get out a little bit higher up and see things, but you won't be able to communicate using the familiars specifically unless you decide to have the familiars stay with them for some reason. The following morning, you strike camp. Do you have your message for Neverember?
A little more time.
Okay.
Wait,
No worries.
to everyone. Cazador is dead, Assassin has escaped, and Charlotte is the head of an army now. Something to add, or?
We're coming for the Zentrum.
Well, you're coming for a Neverwinter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
At some point,
That's,
you're going to need to talk to the other people and tell them if you want them to just attack Zentrum, because A, that's not what you agreed, and B, there's not a whole lot of ransacking and pillaging involved in killing off an enemy army.
If we need to kind of convey that we are here to liberate Neverwinter from the Zentrum, and that the civilians should be left alone, and no looting.
That's not what you guys agreed, though.
Well, what's the use of taking over a city if the people hates us? It's going to be a
No,
riot.
Oh, I agree that that's an issue. I'm just saying that that's not what you've agreed with. You know who?
Something like that.
Pretty easily bought.
Mm,
With enough resources,
there-
we could turn them.
Yeah, but there's a difference between giving a little 1,000 gold piece down payment with the promise of sacking an entire city versus you're going to have to die and all you're going to get is the 1,000 gold pieces.
Maybe we can convince Neverember to hand over his fortune.
Or to send the Zentrum directly against us. And then we can duck out while they're fighting.
Oh, hey, maybe we can negotiate some kind of parley with him and with the commander too. And then come to some kind of agreement and everyone's happy. Happy ever after.
I mean, it's a mercenary army. It's not an army for, like, a purpose. They're not united against an ideal. They're just united against with money. So, yeah, they can totally be bought.
Let them fight each other and just fireball everything. Both sides at the same time.
That's interesting.
Fireball solves most problems. Okay, so can you read out loud while this is doing what it's doing? What you said to
Cassander is dead, the assassin has escaped, and now Charlotte is the head of the army. We are going to Neverwinter.
Excellent. You guys walk and walk and walk, and you eventually end up at the gates of Neverwinter.
Oh boy.
Yeah, pretty intimidating, huh?
Hmm.
And that's just the front door.
Right.
As your whole group walks up with a whole army, there are horns blaring. The gate, the portcullis, starts coming down with a loud creaking protest as if it hasn't been closed and that metal chain hasn't been used in quite some time. The guards in front start backing away, trying to head back to the smaller side gates. And someone from the top of the gate shouts down, "Turn back, or be slain where you stand. Neverwinter will never fall to tyrants or invading hordes." Anybody have any thoughts?
Well, this was kind of sudden. I thought we were going to stop outside the city and kind of discuss what we were going to do, but here we are.
It's a siege. I mean, it's pretty straightforward.
Is it though?
Charlotte,
No.
do you want to, like, hey, this is, you're the rightful heir. We want to parlay?
Good idea. Can sabotage be cast on somebody else, or is it only yourself? You guys know?
Oh, self.
Oh,
Yeah, I think
damn.
it's just for you.
Okay. Well, imagine I'm shouting very loudly. I am Lady Alyssa Alagonda, the true ruler of Neverwinter. I wish to speak terms with your pretender ruler.
I'll just see if he's in. And he runs back. And that's where we're going to stop today. I think he's on the phone. All right, folks. Technical issues aside, I hope you guys had fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pink dresses for everybody.
Sophie, that was amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you. Exhausted.
Exhausted. Mentally. Yeah.
Physically, all the things.
Drained.
Yeah.
Narrowly avoided a horrible outcome.
I'm gonna go have pizza.
Oh, that sounds good, actually.
Mm.
All right. Well, I hope you guys all recover from your stressful adventure, and next week we'll pick up with the sacking of Neverwinter and the raping and pillaging of an entire city of innocent civilians.
That
Yay.
sounds great.
Okay, folks, have a lovely week. I'll see you guys next weekend.
You two get better.
You too.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All
Okay.
right.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye bye.
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 Bye.